Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all say my name, put some respect on it.
Turn up the headphones a little bit. Hey. ISO. Let's get it. Whoa. Clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost for stepping. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping. Put on for the whole city. Yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping. Sending emojis. I'm blowing a pack of that OG. Don't be acting like you know me. And if you did, that's the old me. Winter time, rock a cold fleece. Pocket fat, that's obese. Only talking money if it's increased. She give me brain, girl, no teeth. I touch down, bust down. She busted open for a real day. Stay timed up, trying to build it up, trying to count it up, hill figures. Don't be chillin' with no lil, no. And if I do, I be real with them. Chase a dream, that's a meal ticket. ISO gang, yeah, they still with us. I put it in motion, they got me steady. Thoughts on my mind, it's weighing heavy. Watch how I shine, tell them I'm ready. I'm hitting my stride, let's get to the fetty. I was just sitting back watching them fold. Racks on me now, yeah, it's looking slow. I hold it down and I got my own. Keeping it grown, we back to the bone. Yeah, flying flashy, ayy, we too fancy, ayy, can't walk past me, ayy, right up your alley, wait, I gotta play it safe, watch me isolate, watch me isolate, watch me isolate, whoa. Clear out the room, I'm coming through, they wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost for stepping. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping. Put on for the whole city. Yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping.
Where'd you find this?
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all say my name, put some respect on it.
Major show alert! You're now locked in to Trucking with Loshawn Parks podcast show. Come on, tell them about all the places you've gone to. Breaking down the trucking industry from entrepreneurship, fleet building, and money management.
I got a hustler spirit, I get it.
Whether you're a new CDL driver or a veteran who's been doing it for years.
Took it to another level.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
Bring them out.
Now here's your host, Loshawn Parks.
Ride with us.
Let's go.
Bump. Doo. Yeah. Killer Ben. Thank you so much. Welcome y'all to another edition of Trucking with Loshawn Parks, where you could have been anywhere else in the world. I gotta get my volumes together here. But you're here with me and I appreciate that. Everybody that's checking in early, welcome. Turn that up. My volumes together here. Get myself together. Everybody's gonna watch this on a replay. This is a live recorded podcast show, so if you didn't catch it on the live, then you missed out. But the good part about it is that you can watch the replay and gather the same exact jewels that you could have gathered if you were here, except for you probably could have asked your question if you were here, and I could have answered it for you. But no worries, because today we're going to talk about the formula to knowing your cost of operation as a lease operator. All right. Even this can work for owner operators. Hey, isn't that how dope that's going to be? Is that this can apply to owner operators as well. So it's not only for lease operators, it's for owner operators. It's for everybody that needs to know their cost of operation of running that truck down the road per mile and know your worth. All right. With that being said, we say what up to each and every one of y'all. Let me get my name. What up though?
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, hello, mother. She said it, not me. But once again, you are locked into Trucking with Loshawn Parks podcast show. This is episode number 13. Number 13. We are making our way along, aren't we? The 13th show already. Man, don't feel like it. Feel like I probably like on the way I be still messing up things. Feels like I'm probably still on show number like 3, but it's all right because I'm enjoying myself and you guys are gaining information at the same time. All right. So before we get our show started, let me hit my comment section as I always do and give a shout outs to everybody that's in my comment section right now. My man, Mary, is it? Hey, listen, Marigold. I want to say it's Marigold. If I'm not pronouncing that right, Marigold Transportation Group, please give me a breakdown of an abbreviation to make sure that I'm saying that right. I don't want to botch names. So let me know if I'm not saying that right. Hit the comment section. Let me know. Give me an abbreviation. Also see that Sassy the Trucker's in here. What up? Anthony, what's good? Booth Hill, Brian, my man Brian from Prime. What's going on, man? Seen you. Well, I see that you being here for a minute. I haven't physically seen you in quite some time. What's going on, man? Trucker Boy, is it Duty? What's good, man? How you feeling today? Glad you could be here. Alex, what's good? Cadillac 395 was good. Tyrone Woods, what's up? What's up? You said you thought I'd cancel? No, I'm not gonna cancel on y'all. I may be running a little bit behind. Where today I'm running behind. I think that I am going to change my show time to 7 p.m. I'm even late today at 7:30. But I think that 7 p.m. fits me better than 6 p.m. I just think that it does. Eagles Shatus was good. Carls Samuels, what's up? Tracy Taylor was good. Brandon Blair was good. Young Blair Trucking LLC. That's good, man. I'm glad to see everybody got their LLCs popping in here. Owner operators, lease operators. This information is going to be very, very important for you guys because I'm pretty sure, and if I can get some participation in the comment section, I'm going to ask you guys a question here momentarily after I finish shouting you guys out. And I want everybody to be honest and truthful down there so I can know exactly who I am going to be assisting with this information today. All right. Pronounced Marigold. Okay, so I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I can get it right now, right? Marigold. Let me turn my hand claps up. All right, good deal. Marigold, got you. Also, M Easy. What's good, man? New to the room, nice vibe for sure, man. Welcome. This is what it's about. It's what it's always going to be about with me is that you're here to gain information. I'm here to give it to you. Time to shine, my man. What's good? I see you in the building, man. Michael McKinney. What's good, man? What's good? And Gold Phoenix is the last one that I see that left a comment. Dominique snuck in there. All right, I see you, Dominique, as well. All right, so what I've come to find out about doing a stream on StreamYard, whenever StreamYard sends out the notifications via YouTube, because I'm also streaming on my Facebook platform as well. So for my people that is watching me on Facebook, I can't read y'all comments. You guys already know that. All right. But when I'm done with the video, typically I go back and I, give likes to the comments. And if there's a question or anything that's in there that I'm not able to see on here, because the only comments that I can see on the StreamYard is YouTube. All right. If there's a way for it to happen with Facebook, I just haven't figured it out yet. And if there is a way, I will figure that way out. So eventually, to my folks that are on Facebook that are watching, one of these days I will have it to where I can see both sides. Give me some time to figure that part out. All right. But lost train of thought. Squirrel just walked by me. Got to get it back. All right. So, but I'm streaming to both places. What I did find out about StreamYard is that it does send a delay out to notifications. So the group or people that come in are, it's like a slow draw in. So even with me doing my 5-minute intro, or if I do like today, the 3-minute intro with the music, that still seems to not be enough time for people to draw in. I don't know if you go directly off of Facebook's app, YouTube's app for you doing a live stream, it sends the notifications better. But with StreamYard, I guess streaming from a different platform, it works how it wants to work. It's a little slow. So bear with me as the people start to gather in here. All right. As you guys are starting to gather in here, I truly appreciate it. All right. I am going to ask a question to the audience right now. And for those that would be so kind to share with me your answer to this question. All right. Now I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time because I want as many people as possible to put this in there. And that is, how many of you guys know to the T your cost of operation? Meaning you know exactly what dollar amount you need to have to run your truck per mile down the road. All right. If you do know your cost, I want you to put number 1 in the chat. If you don't know your cost and you're here to get a breakdown of how to understand your cost, I want you to put the number 2. Okay. Don't be shy. Don't be ashamed to put that number in there. This doesn't go against you because, once again, this is a learning channel. All right. I'm here to teach. I'm here to preach. I'm here to educate you. So don't feel ashamed about putting that down there. Okay. That just lets me know of how many people I have to who needs my attention or needs the assistance of this. All right. Some of y'all are putting 1s. I see it in there. 2. Okay, good deal. What you guys are going to come to find out too is that those that are putting number 1, you probably really don't know your cost, right? To the T. You may feel like you know your cost. And what I mean by you may feel like you know your cost, some people will say, I'm not starting my truck or moving my truck for less than $2 a mile. Do you need $2 a mile in order for you to turn a profit? And here is the truth of the matter. Most people, I would say 90%, you got that special 10% that has those nice super sleepers and things of that nature and have, expensive equipment. But I would say 90% of the people that do trucking that are owner operators or lease operators do not need $2 a mile to move your truck. Did y'all know that? Not even close. Not even close. Some of y'all don't know your numbers, so you believe that you need $2 in order to be profitable because the more money you need to see, the better, right? But most don't know the minimum that they need to move their truck for a break-even point, all right? Now, break-even is never the point of the game, and you're never doing anything just to break even. You're doing things to be profitable. There's no point of having a business just to say you have a business if you're not making profits in it, right? Or if you're not making money in it, period. No nostalgia points over here for just saying that you got an LLC or a business. None. All right. I spoke about this many times in my shows that most people go and get an LLC just to say that they have one, but don't know their cost of operation. I'll sit down and ask the person, so what is your cost of operation for you to run them out? What? I just know I need to make $2 a mile. How do you know this? So then I continue on and ask them, well, since you say you need $2 a mile, tell me what your expenses are. And to no shock of mine, a lot of stuff that they're adding in as a cost of operation is things that have nothing to do with your operation. You're just adding in things. Okay. And so what we need to do is we need to get to a adequate, accurate number of knowing what your true cost of operation is. Okay. Now I know a couple of people are going to say, well, what about certain things I'm not going to include in the numbers that I'm going to, or how I'm going to break it down for you guys, because some things are just variable costs, right? It's not an always thing that's going to happen. All right. So for instance, tolls, you're not always going to have a toll bill, right? You're not always running through a toll all the time. I appreciate everybody hitting those 2s. That shows me that you guys are here and need that assistance. And that's what I like. That's what I love, man. Big ups to each and every one of y'all. And thank you to everybody that's being honest. Brandon Blair says he needs $1.50. Okay, $1.50. We're going to talk about, in my opinion, what cost. If your cost of operation is a certain number, I think that you are head over heels. Okay, meaning that you're probably either outside expenses of trucking is too much, which will play into a portion of what I'm going to talk about because it's going to deal with what you pay yourself, right? And we're going to talk about that. But the number that we're trying to figure out is the number that your truck needs to make in order for it to move a mile, okay, for the operation. We ain't talking about what you got to pay baby mama. We ain't talking about what you giving to baby Bookie. We ain't talking about that trip that you planning with the fellas to go out to Brazil. We ain't talking about none of that, right? We talking about every day running a business, end over end, quarter over quarter, week over week, 30 days over 30 days, month to month, if you will. What your hardcore number is to run this operation without any extras being added to it. All right. So you have some variable cost that doesn't happen all the time. So we're not going to include those because those only happen at certain points and periods of time. And if you're running your numbers every 7 days, then you can include that into what your cost of operation was for that week based upon what you did for that week. All right. But on a ballpark average, not everybody goes through tolls. You got some owner operators that don't take toll roads. You got some lease operators that don't take toll roads either. So it would be unfair to include that right now if it's something that you don't run. All right. Now, I know I'm going to have the people that are going to watch this video on the playback or even during this live that they're going to say their numbers are not this, their numbers are not that. I'm going to tell you guys off of a generalized number. All right. Most part, happy medium, national average. All right. I don't care if your numbers are the lowest that they could ever freaking be. We're not basing it off of you being a saint and you having the best opportunity and the best situation in the world. We're basing this off of where everybody can relate and can understand. Okay. Not everybody has that golden situation where, oh, my cost of operation is 30 cents a mile. If you got that situation, you are in a blessed situation. That's not everybody. All right. I'm talking to a mass group of people and I'm generalizing. So let's make sure that we get that understood before people hit my comment section or people are in the chat praising and bigging up themselves because their cost of operation is 30 cents a mile. You're in a special situation, and that's not going to be the case for majority of the operators that are out here running these highways and byways. Okay? We're going to deal with realistic reality. What the real numbers look like. What most people are going to run into. That's what we're going to deal with. See? We already got one. Trucker Boy says my cost is 36 cents for 3,000 miles. That's great for you. Matter of fact, let's give him a round of applause. I mean, I told y'all we're gonna have that one. Okay, we're gonna have that one. Great. You're in a highly favorable situation. I can tell you right now that is not. You are definitely probably in a 5% group of people in trucking. Okay. The other 95% of people do not have a cost of 36 cents per mile. All right. And I would beg to differ. Brent, I see you in here. What's good, man? All right. By the way, I do have the option for you to be a member of this channel. All right. I think it's back out of the comment section. You should see the membership thing tab to join, to be a member. It's right there next to the subscribe button, I think, in the bell. I'm not quite sure because it's my channel, so I don't need to be a member of my own channel. But you can join and be a member, $15 a month. Highlights you in green. I read your comments. Also, if you need a breakdown of that too, because we're doing cost of operation, cost per mile. That's 50 cents a day to be a member and support this channel right here. And if you do that, I appreciate that. That means a lot. Or you can send a super chat. Your choice. All right. Now, let me get my sounds together because we're going to be doing a lot of that, doing a lot of this, and we're probably going to be doing a lot of this. All right. So, just getting my sounds together before we get it kicking. I am going to share my screen with you guys because I'm going to pull up the calculator so that it can be a complete breakdown so you guys can understand exactly what I'm doing and what I'm talking about so I don't lose you guys, because this is very, very important that each lease operator, owner operator knows their costs. I run a fleet of 12 trucks and I do all the numbers on each one of my trucks individually each week to see what their cost of operation is. Because it's that important. I need to know this week, what does the truck need to have to it in order for us to turn profit? What does the truck need to have this week in order for us to hit break even mark? So let's get into it, shall we? I don't see no super chats in here real quick before I click off and share my screen to the big calculator. Any questions right now before we dive in? If you got any questions, please submit a super chat. I don't care if you send $1. I don't care if you send $2. Support the jam along the way if there's any questions that you guys have in me breaking this down. All right? That's the way you get my attention. Because while I'm doing this, I'm technically not even looking at the chat unless it lights up a color. Then I know that somebody has something that they want to ask me a question to. Other than that, enjoy yourselves in the chat as we go through and break this down. I see everybody having questions in here, but I don't see nobody contributing to the jam. Mr. Brandon. I hate to point you out, but I see you got a lot of questions, man. Contribute to the jam, man. Contribute. All right, let me share this screen. Get this together. So I'm going to show y'all my whole screen. It should. Boom. There it is. All right. Bingo. So and let me pull this up on my phone because I want to make sure before I do this that y'all are following along with me on this and that it isn't looking crazy. So let me turn this down. On my channel, I don't want volume because I don't want no feedback. Okay, so uniquely enough, okay, I'm looking at this right now on my phone. Drop this down. Let me see, does it bring my big calculator up? It does. Beautiful. All right, so good. Real quickly, I'm reading the chat on my phone because I can't see it because right now you guys see the big calculator has my whole entire screen. How many likes do we have before we get started with this jam? I'm looking at the comments on my phone. Moderators, let me know what our like button is looking like. We have 89 people currently in attendance watching. I like to keep at least half interaction. We at 38 likes. So we got 91 people in here watching. So I need this number to get to 45. 45 likes and no. Because I think we can do better than that. Let's get to 50 likes and we're about to give y'all a breakdown. Brick by brick, piece by piece. 50 likes. Let's get it cracking. I'm patiently waiting. I could play some music for y'all or something, right? I don't feel like deafening y'all like that, man. Not today. I just want y'all to do the right thing, right? Just hit the like button. That's it. 50 likes. Are we there? S. Harris says we're there. Can I get a moderator to confirm that, please? Moderator confirmed. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for getting those likes up. All right. Everybody got their pen and pad ready to rock and roll. I hope so. If not, just if you're driving, keep your listening ears on. And you can always play the video back when you get a chance to stop. Highlight the mark of where this was talked about it, and you'll be good. All right. So yes, we are talking about cost per mile. How much it costs for you to run this truck. All right. The first cost that we need to figure out, okay, this is for lease operators, owner operators, financing the truck, what have you, is how many miles are we doing a week average? The national average for a solo truck is anywhere between 25 to 3,500 miles for a solo. For a team, that number could be anywhere from 5 to 7,000, just depends. You can bring that down a little bit less. Maybe you could look at it somewhere in the 4,500. Just depends on what you got going on. If you're on the spot market, it may be more closer to the 4,500, right? Because you're trying to run your trucks for less miles for more pay. If you're at a situation where you're running CPM, a flat rate or something of that nature, then, you know, you're going to probably be somewhere around the 5 to 7,000 a week mark because, you know, you need to, especially if it's a drop and hook situation. Okay. So we're going to take the national average for a solo truck at 2,500, and we're going to say that the national average for a team truck is going to be 5,000. Fair enough. All right. So there won't be any discrepancy here. The number that we're using for a solo truck is a average of 2,500 miles. All right. And for a team, we're going to say 5,000 miles. All right. Now let's get to it. We have those two numbers. We have that understood. Okay. Your numbers may be different. And the best way to get a rolling accurate count of this is, honestly, you can do a 30-day rolling period, right? To calculate up everything, all the miles you've done for 30 days. And come up with a solid number of how many miles you average on a 30-day period. Or you can do weekly, which if you do it weekly, you're probably going to be a little bit more accurate because you're going week by week by week. So you'll know, and if you do it week by week by week, opposed to monthly, then you're going to have a changing CPM or cost of operation week to week to week, right? Because fuel prices change, your miles may change. But one thing that stays consistent is if you're a lease operator, your truck payment doesn't change. If you're an owner operator and it's finance, it doesn't change. If you're an owner operator who owns your truck, it doesn't change. So those numbers stay consistent, right? So the first numbers that we're going to work with is the consistent numbers. From there, we will work our way down to the most variable costs. Okay. So the first one that we're going to work with is truck payments. Okay. Now I've heard astronomical numbers out here for truck payments ranging anywhere from 600, to be fair, all the way up to 1,000 a week, 1,100 a week. Let's just say 1,000. Okay. Because there are some, give or take, they have some truck payments that are lower than the 600. And you got some truck payments that are higher than 1,000. So let's just play 600 and 1,000. What number plays in the middle? Let's just say that on this example, your truck payment is going to be 800. All right. That's the number I'm going to use for this example. You can plug in your truck payment and make it happen. All right. So just plug in your truck payment, follow the formula. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to work with what the average is. So as a solo driver, we got 2,500 miles. Oops. Come on. Work with me. Work with my calculator. What's going on with my calculator? 2. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to have to do this with my mouse. I was hoping I could have did this with, okay, my num lock. Okay, there we go. Good. I had my num lock on. 2,500 miles. The first number that you always are going to implement here is going to be I did this wrong. It's going to be the dollar amount of whatever it is that we are talking about or whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. The first number is the dollar amount. The next number is you're dividing it by mileage. Okay. Keep this in mind. First number is dollar amount divided by mileage. All right. So truck payment is $800. We divide this for a solo driver by 2,500 miles, national average. We come up with 32 cents. All right. So it is 32 cents a mile to run this truck on the amount of miles that I do as far as average as a solo driver. So we write this number down. Truck payment, or you can just write truck, is 32 cents a mile. All right, we got that number. All right. Next number that we're going to work with is insurance. Okay. Everybody's insurance is different per carrier, whoever it is. So I'm going to use the numbers for my company. All right. And what my insurance is that is charged to the driver. Okay. Or if you're a lease operator, it's charged to lease operator. We're talking about lease operators, owner operators. So I don't even want to talk about company drivers. It's irrelevant to the conversation. All right. So we're talking about as far as lease operators and owner operators, just to make sure that we're on the same page here with this. All right. So each week, the insurance for bobtail, for occupational, we'll throw that in there, occupational accident, also for physical damage, full coverage, okay, is we got $154 plus $34 for occupational, $154.33 for bobtail and physical damage. All right, so I got $154.33 plus my occupational, which is $34, comes out to $188.33 per week for insurance. All right, now we're going to take this insurance number and we are going to divide this number by what? Remember, the miles. So we're going to divide it by 2,500. Cost me 7.5 cents per mile for insurance. So I'm writing this down right now. Insurance, 7.5 cents. Okay. Per mile. All right. So now the two things that we have right now, we have our truck payment and we have our insurance. I see that super chat right there from Rolling Swole TV. Says, any chance you have any information on the lease program through Tennessee Steel Haulers? I'm looking for a flatbed lease company. Any suggestions? I don't have any information on them. I never have been with them. Heard things about them, but I don't know any information. I appreciate that $9.99 super chat, my man, but I don't have any information on them at all. A good place to do flatbed leasing. A while ago, I used to tell people to go to, what is the name? Carrier One. Carrier One. They have green trucks. They lease them. Carrier One for flatbed. I think you can book loads and they pay a percentage. So that's a good place. But appreciate that $9.99. All right, so we have insurance. What's another fixed cost that we have here? Okay. Any thoughts? Anybody knows? That is a fixed cost that comes from, say, a carrier. Anybody else know? Crowd participation. All right. The only fixed cost numbers that I know of, fuel is not a fixed cost. Fuel is a variable. Trailer payment, if applicable. Right. If you guys have a trailer payment, once again, that's going to be based, from person to person. Truck rental is the same thing as a truck payment. ELD. Okay. So we could take ELD. Okay. What would you guys say that the average cost is on ELD per week? I see you say permit and tags. What would y'all say that the average cost is on permits and tags? Tags could be, $50 a week for tags. Permits, could be $12. What do y'all say? Anthony sent me a super chat, says, since I have my own authority, would I divide my insurance by 4 weeks after I divide into the miles? Yes. By 4.3. All right. A lot of people like to divide by 4. And what they fail to realize is if you do 4 It doesn't equal 52 weeks, all right, in a year. So you got to do 4.3. 4.3 in order to get that number. Phil says plates, toll pass. Is toll pass really something that is charged for weekly? If it is, let's discuss it. I would say that toll pass is I guess if you're only using tolls. That's what I was talking about with tolls. Unless does carriers charge you just to have that? Rolling Carrier 1, 80% per load. Yeah. Carrier 1 is a good flatbed company. That's what I would recommend if you want to be doing that. ELD, $12. Somebody says $15. So let's just run with $15. I see more $15 than I do see anything else. Taxes, we'll discuss that in a minute. We'll talk about taxes in a minute. Taxes is not something that you're going to be putting towards a cost per mile or cost of operation. Tolls aren't a fixed expense. It isn't. That's right, Mario. Somebody says escrow. Escrows could vary. That's a variable cost. That's person to person, right? Some companies don't have escrows. Some companies do have escrows. Some escrows are higher. Some escrows are lower. So that's not a general number that we can use for everybody. That would be a case-by-case basis. You can add that to your equation. But what I'm speaking about is I want to give general numbers that pretty much everybody has this cost. We already did physical damage. All right, so we're just going to say ELD because I do believe for the most part everybody has to have an ELD. So we're going to take ELD at $15. Let's put it up here. All right. And I want to say plates, but plates are a variable cost too, because that is a case by case scenario. Not every carrier has the same price for plates. That is going to be something that you have to implement. Okay. Got another super chat came through, $15 from S. Harris. He says, can you also cover factoring in covering downtime or home time when not running? That would have to be for another show. Today, we're talking about cost of operation, getting people to understand and know their cost of operation. But I appreciate that $15 super chat. $22.90 is a fixed expense. We can put that in there, Mario. I can agree with that. That's $5.50. Highway use tax, in case some of you guys don't know. All right. Day boys, DAT. See, here's the problem. That doesn't fit everybody, right? I want you guys to give me stuff that fits everybody. Not everybody that is leasing or everybody that's an owner operator is on a DAT load board. Some people have dispatchers. So that doesn't, that's a case by case situation. That would be something that you would add to your formula. But one thing is for sure, $22.90 is something that every owner operator, every lease operator does pay for, regardless of where you're at. Same way with an ELD. So we're going to take an ELD. Let's go ELD right now. $15. All right. $15 divided by 2,500 miles. You're not even paying a freaking penny. You're paying half a penny a mile for your ELD, folks. Okay. So we're just going to we're going to round this up then, right? So we'll just round it up and say it's a penny. A penny per mile for your ELD. It's really not even a penny, it's half a penny. All right. Y'all starting to see some costs where it's like, that really ain't that bad, right? So a penny for the ELD a mile. Solo driver doing 2,500 miles a week. Average. $22.90 is $5.50. Let's get our number here for this. What would you need? $5.50. But see, here's the deal with the $22.90. That's $5.50 for a year, right? So then what we need to do is basically break this down into 52 weeks, right? So we need to divide that by 52 weeks. And so it's $10.57 a week for your $22.90. So now we'll take this amount right here, the $10.57, and divide that by $2,500. So for your $2,290, you don't even need a penny for that either. Okay, another half a penny. So we'll say for the $2,290 each week, you put back 1 penny, a mile, and you'll have your money for your $2,290 each year. All right. So not even really that costly. Not something for you to be like, oh my God, it's gonna break the bank. It's gonna kill me. I gotta start my truck up, and I got to make $2 a mile. We find this out that you technically don't, right? We have 2 costs right now that are less than a penny per mile, half a penny. And that's the ELD, and that is for the $2,290 each week, which $2,290 we said was $10.57 a week. Okay. What is a $2,290? $2,290 is heavy highway use tax that you have to pay for semi trucks. Everybody has to pay them, right? So if you're not paying your company driver, your company is paying for it. But it's every year around July, August time frame, you pay that. Oh, I got a big super chat from Instagram. Okay. $99.99, almost 100. Let's read this here. It says, just want to thank you. This is Jalen Rose from Facebook. I remember you leasing with Prime. Is that to teaming with Low to this? You never was stingy with the game. Your video started me with Prime and continues to lead me every step. Low key. Thank you. You're the trucking Robin Hood. I appreciate that, man. Big ups. I gotta give you all kinds of shit for that. I'm dropping anything, man. Set off the rockets, man. Yeah, man. Drop the bomb on. Yeah. Appreciate that $100 super chat, man. That's very inspirational. Like, I like to see people that I have helped out in the industry, some form, fashion, or another. And that goes a long way, because that right there is what drives me to continue to educate y'all. The haters drive me to keep on getting stronger, right? The ones who hate on me, they don't like my information, they down my videos, they don't like my channel, they talk shit about me behind my back, or they throw subliminals towards me. Those are the people that I love to continue success as far as growth goes, right? Just making more and more and more and more money and being more and more and more and more successful. But the individuals like my man Jalen Rose that shows his support, sends $100 and says, thank you so much, Loshawn, for the information that you've given. It has got me to where I'm at and has continued to get me further and further. That's what I do this educational for y'all, is those that sincerely need this. That means a lot to me. That means a whole lot to me. So let's carry on. So far we have a truck payment at 32 cents per mile, insurance at 7.5 cents per mile, ELD at a penny per mile, and $22.90 at a penny per mile. All right, so now we've already discussed some of the other stuff that we said that would be fixed costs. All right. And if you have other fixed costs at your carrier, then no problem. You just implement that into your math equation. All right. Some of y'all are talking about escrows. There are some carriers that have $1,000 escrow. There's some carriers that have a $3,000 escrow. So that's going to be different across the board, right? So and there are some carriers that have no escrow at all. Okay. Period. So they wouldn't have to worry about that situation at all. But for teaching purposes, I'm not going to put the escrow down there. You can implement it yourself. But let's just say we play devil's advocate and play in the middle and say, like, there's one escrow that's $3,000. There's another escrow that's $1,000. So we're going to play devil's advocate and say that your escrow is $2,000 that you have to pay to that carrier, right? Well, here's the problem with the escrow too, is that once you've paid into that escrow and that escrow is paid off, then it is no longer being deducted. So it doesn't even become a cost of operation any longer once you've paid into it. But we'll go ahead and throw this in there, right? Because most of the time escrows companies either want it, the first 5 weeks to be paid all in full. Some of them may do $100 a week for 20 weeks. To me, I think that's probably a little bit long for a carrier to be trying to pull escrow, but whatever. All right. So what we would need to figure out once again is how long is this escrow going for? All right. So that's kind of a hard number. That's why it's pretty hard for me to throw that in there, because how do you calculate this? Based upon, we don't have any proven numbers to know like this comes out 52 weeks a year, because most escrows don't. So you just incorporate it into your equation. All right. You figure that part out. But we're going off of numbers that happen every year. 52 weeks a year that's coming out. All right. That's the numbers that we're going to base this off of. I was going to try to do it, but then I started thinking more and more like, how do I do this with not knowing how many weeks an escrow typically goes, right? And they don't go an entire year, right? I've never seen anybody's escrow that was $5,200 and said it was going to deduct it for a year at $100 a clip. I just haven't. Okay. Val, you don't have to catch the replay. We just getting started. We only got a couple items on here, and I've basically recapped what we have. You're more than welcome to stay in. We fresh. We still fresh. All right. All right. Now let's get down to some yearly variables, right? That's yearly variable cost year round. Everybody know what the most variable cost is every year, regardless if you're an owner operator, lease operator, what have you. And we all know what that is, right? Let me see in the chat. I'll shout you out if you can tell me what the biggest variable cost is. Everybody should know this. What's the biggest variable cost, guys? Come on. Hey, Shay gets the bomb. Also, my bad. Give you a point. Shay gets the point. She beat all y'all out. And Shay don't even drive no more. Fuel. But I see everybody else in there right now is commenting and saying fuel. But Shay gets the point, guys, okay? Round of applause to Shay. She gets the point. All right. Shay get the point. Fuel. All right. This is a variable cost. Reason why this is it's not a tricky number to figure out, but it can be a tricky number, is because fuel prices change weekly. Hell, some fuel prices change daily. But for the most part, fuel prices, national average wise, changes weekly, right? And this information can be sought out on Google by finding out what the national diesel average price is for the week. Okay? That's how you would find that out. So let's just say, for the time being, you got some people that go to carriers that have an amazing fuel discount, and they could run this 2,500 miles and only spend $700, $600 on fuel. And you got some guys that don't have a great fuel discount, or they're speeding their truck up, they're blowing fuel through the stacks, and their fuel bill could be $1,500. So how do we figure this out? Well, typically for a solo driver, we're going to play devil's advocate. We're going to play the middle once again. All right. So we're going to say that the middle will be that you spent as a solo driver $1,200. All right. That's the number we're working with. Once again, plug your number in. And if you do this week to week, your cost per to operate will change week to week. But plug your number in. So I'm going to use an average. And I'm going to say solo driver, $1,200. $1,200 you spent in fuel. All right. We're going to put the fuel number in there. We're going to divide it by, once again, the miles. 2,500 miles. This individual right here spent 48 cents a mile in fuel. All right. So let's write this down. For that week in fuel, he spent 48 cents per mile. So when you guys hear me talking about how much did you spend in fuel per mile? How much are you spending in fuel per mile? Now you guys can give me answers and you guys can know this. Damn, I'm spending 48 cents a mile. All right. Now, let's elaborate on this a little bit. Fuel surcharge. When people are giving you fuel surcharge at some of these carriers, because brokers don't technically give you fuel surcharge for the most part, fuel is included in the rate. But at some of these carriers, they say you get paid this per mile plus fuel surcharge. So if they're giving you, let's just say, 32 cents a mile for fuel surcharge, you're burning 48 cents of that. So that means that they give you 32 cents. That means you're coming out of your pocket 16 cents extra. 16 cents extra a mile that you are burning out your stacks. That's 16 cents extra that you could be putting in your pocket. Now I know y'all gonna ask me, Lo, how does this happen? How can I keep that 16 cents in my pocket? Slow the truck down. Be more of a fuel connoisseur. Okay? Shop around for your fuel. You don't got to be drag racing everywhere you go. All right. Find the happy medium where your truck can get you good fuel mileage and put it there. It's no coincidence that these mega carriers are running their trucks at 57, 58, 60, 62 miles an hour. And everybody's blowing the doors off them. But the reason why they are doing this is because they're utilizing the fuel surcharge to their advantage. I actually know some guys who will actually turn the fuel surcharge and make money off of it. When you can get down to the point where you are making money off of your fuel surcharge, you a cold mother lover. You a cold dude. Because now you figured out another way to make money off of the fuel money that they're giving you to get this trip from point A to point B. A lot of people are not utilizing this because most drivers, they get out here and they become owner operators or lease operators. Their first thing that is impressive to them is how fast can the truck go. They're not worrying about how much I can be profitable off of this truck, but more so they're trying to figure out how fast can I get down the highway and burn and blow people's doors off. Not realizing that this number here, you're throwing an extra 16 cents a mile out of them stacks. Do that long enough over time, you're throwing out thousands of dollars. And that 16 cents, that's a lot of profit to your business, your LLC. That's a lot of money. It may not, as a company driver, you don't think about this because you don't care. But businesses look at this. Oh no, we got a problem. This driver's doing this. Slow that truck down. Bring it in, put a governor on there, slow it down. Done. I can't keep affording to lose money like this. That 16 cents is my profit because I pay for the fuel, not that driver, right? As that individual being a company driver. I got another super chat from my man Instagram. Again, I appreciate that. $4.99. He says, is it better to get fuel from the commercial truck stops or mom and pop's fuels? Whoever has the cheapest fuel. Fuel shopping. So, if you're at mega carriers, most of the time mega carriers are going to direct you to where they're getting the largest fuel discount or where they have a large bulk consumption of fuel. That's where they're going to direct you to. All right. As a lease operator, owner operator that isn't on with a mega carrier, then you're going to, need to have some type of an app that you do fuel shopping on for your area or along your route to determine, who has the cheapest fuel. So that's what it's going to all boil down to. Yes, Mario, Shay has been wanting to thank you for the plug that you gave. I will tell you that the plug that you gave was what you texted me. All right. I asked you probably like a few days ago about a website and you gave that. So that's what Shay is thanking you for. All right. Oh, once again, thank you for that super chat. Instagram, Jalen, appreciate it. All right. So let's get back to this. So we know that you're burning 48 cents a mile in fuel. All right. Once again, this will be subjective. Your fuel price may be different. Just plug your fuel price in, divide it by the miles that you've done for the week, and it will tell you the number that you are spending on fuel per mile. Okay. So now we got that number. And once again, I'm just using rough ballpark numbers right now. I'm teaching you guys how to plug your numbers. That's the whole point of this. All right. Got another super chat came in from Official Willis $4.99. Says having your own fuel card can be a blessing, especially if you're a hot boy. If some of y'all don't know what this terminology means that Willis is speaking about, I do, because I know exactly what he's talking about. Hot boy means like you're running fast. All right. Hot boy can also be used as if you're running illegal. I wouldn't advise that. But anyways, but yes, a fuel card is good. I was going to talk about fuel cards today, but it came across my attention that I felt like this was more important before a fuel card, because a lot of people out here do not know their cost of operation. They just hop in the truck and go, and only thing they're thinking about is revenue all the time. But in order for you to know what to revenue and how profitable you're going to be, first you need to know these numbers, right? Because you don't ever want to take a load where it's cheaper than what it costs your truck to run. Because now you're running for free. You're running in the red. And we don't ever want to run in the red. All right. All right. So we got that variable cost with fuel at 48 cents. All right. Other variable costs, we're not even going to put in here because it could fluctuate. Once again, another variable cost could be tolls. Another variable cost, escrows. So I'm not even going to implement that in here. You just plug that into your situation, if that's your situation and that's what you have for that week. All right. Once again, how to do the formula is you put the dollar amount first, you divide it by the miles that you did, and it comes up with a figure for what it costs per mile by you doing that. All right. Most of y'all probably ain't going to even have high toll bills. Like it's not even going to be really worth speaking too much about, because you may not be in the Northeast like that. You may be a California runner. You may be out there in the Midwest. So tolls isn't one of your things, or you may have your GPS set to where you skip tolls. So that isn't even a factor. Okay. That isn't even a factor. I already did $22.90, Willis. We already did $22.90. If that's what you were saying. We already factored in $22.90, and $22.90 is less than a penny. It's like half a penny. But we went up on it. Okay, we took it up to a penny. We rounded up. Here's another fixed cost. I forgot to mention this, and I just thought about it. It's maintenance. Maintenance. I know. I ain't see nobody say nothing in the comment section about maintenance. Why? Because most of y'all don't even save no money for maintenance. Y'all don't. Y'all just drive them up. Y'all just drive the truck until the shit break down. Hope that you got warranty and let warranty cover the shit. I get it. Maintenance, though. Maintenance is important. The newer the truck, the less you need to put back for maintenance. The older the truck, the put back for maintenance. In my personal opinion, I think that maintenance should range anywhere from 7 cents to 15 cents. If you got a spanking brand new truck fresh off the line, full-fledged warranty on it, my recommendation or requirement, or recommendation, I should say, my recommendation would be to do 7 to 10 cents a mile put back for maintenance. Set it aside and put it in a completely different account. Label that savings account your maintenance account, or what have you. All right. If you got an older truck that you know that has a lot of, it's past 500,000 miles, 600,000, 700,000, older equipment, you're going to want to put back 15 cents, 10 to 15. I will give you that. Anywhere between, I would just actually probably say 11 to 15, right? You want to do 11 to 15 cents because why? You have older equipment. So you know that a lot more things are going to break on this situation and it's not coming under warranty. Okay. The reason why the people with the newer trucks don't have to pull back so much is because that warranty is saving their asses on major components at the time. All right. So if you're smart as a lease operator with new equipment, you put back 10 cents. Okay. I say 7 cents. Some of y'all need that minimum. Me personally, I would put back 10 cents. So now we got to put back 10 cents a mile times 2,500 miles as a solo driver. Oh shit. That ain't right. I divided it. Oopsie. We made a poopsie. All right. 10 cent back 10 cent times 2,500 miles. We got 250. All right. So you'll put back 250. All right. But you want to equate that into your maintenance. So you're pulling back maintenance at 10 cents per mile. And if you got an older truck that's over 500,000, 600,000, put back 15 cents a mile. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Add that to your equation. All right. You do your numbers right. That's 250, right? For a new truck operator. You times that by 4. Oops. Go back. Times that by 4.3. You're going to have $1,075 in that maintenance account that you created, your own maintenance account that you had. So that's $1,075. Let's say that you go a whole entire year. You just got, you got the rabbit foot up your ass. You're lucky, right? You got the rabbit foot up your ass. So you go, let's be honest. Most of us ain't staying 52 weeks out. I just don't care who you are. You're not going to do, most of y'all are going to do anywhere between 40 to 45 weeks out. Possibly. All right. So with this number right here, that's a week. So we're going to let's just say y'all do it at the minimum, 40 weeks. I'm just saying that's inaccurate right there. That's inaccurate. Why? Because the number that I gave you guys at the 1075 was a month. So what we have to figure out is how many months. So we said, all right, so what did I say? Let's bring this back. I said 250 a week. Now we times that by 40. I apologize. You have $10,000 saved up in a maintenance account with a brand new truck with a warranty in your first year. Right? You stayed out 40 weeks, you'll have $10,000. You have a warranty, so you're not going to have to technically worry about a rebuild on this truck if it was to happen. What you'll be utilizing this $10,000 for, tires. And if you drive slow enough, you might not need to change your tires out, but every 2 years. So if you make sure that you're rotating them the proper way, you can get a lot of good life on tires. You'll look up when it's time for you to get a fresh set of new tires. You got $20,000 in your escrow. I mean, not your escrow, but your maintenance. You got enough amount right here in 2 years, still with a fresh warranty, that you got damn near about enough to throw a rebuild in there. You got enough to throw a rebuild in there right now if need to be, but you're not going to need it. Why? Still got maintenance. I mean, you still got a warranty. But what you can utilize this for while you're building and you're leasing is each year that it goes up an extra 10,000 because you're doing 40 weeks. Let's say that you did 40 weeks. You're working OTR company. And it goes up 10,000 every year. After 4 years of you completing your lease agreement, say you got a brand new truck, you did a 4-year lease agreement, and it ended, you're going to be out with $40,000. What can you do with that $40,000? I could think of several things to do with it. Invest it or invest in yourself. Use what you've been saving in your maintenance to go purchase your truck from a dealership. You got 40 grand. Ain't no dealership gonna tell you no to 40 grand. And now you're on your way from being a lease operator or owner operator, right? Mindset. Anyway, hope y'all got that part right there, okay? Ding for myself. I mean, how many jewels? Jesus, how many jewels you want around here, man? Sheesh. Play around with it if you want to. You could throw it in a index fund and in 4 years really blow up. Talking about that thing go from 40,000 to almost 80,000. That's for another day, another topic. Talk about stocks, index funds, all that stuff. My people who follow me that know about how I be in them index funds. But I just showed y'all how in 4 years you can have around $40,000, a little bit less, give or take, because you probably will need tires in that 4 year mark. So give or take 30,000. Even if you got 25,000, you take that to the dealership. With your LLC, it has. See, I might be giving away too much sauce. How many likes I got? I got 109 people in here. I might be giving away too much goddamn drip. Okay? I might be giving away too much damn drip. How many likes I got? Because I was actually about to drop another. I was about to give y'all another one, dog. I was about to give y'all another one, dog. All right. Smitty in the building is another one of my channel members. I appreciate that, Smitty. I recognize all my channel members. $15 to join and be a channel member here. But how many? We got 75. Oh, last time we took a poll, I need y'all to get to 50. I got 25 more. We got 105 people watching. Do y'all think y'all could get it? Give me 15 more likes. Get me to 90. And we will proceed, and I will go on and tell you guys what these numbers are and from what I have here, what the actual cost of operation is for me to run this truck at a break even. I actually forgot one more thing. I get that to y'all when y'all give me the 90 likes. Give me the 90 likes. 90 likes. 90 likes. Hit the like button. Like bomb right about now. Smash it. And I bet not see anybody trying to use don't try to go make a video and regurgitate what I just have been sitting here saying. Okay. I'm the GOAT. Billy Goat in this motherfucker. Okay. Just know that. I'm the Billy Goat. I get it. That's what I do. I get money. And I like to see other people get it too. All right. So don't let me see nobody out here trying to copy my shit. All right. Please don't.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
I ain't trying to copyright strike you, but hey, I give out that drip. I am that drip. This is why I tell y'all, I would love for somebody to challenge me and say like, this, that, and the third. You better come heavy. How we on those likes? I need 90. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it shouted. As y'all hear me vape. Oh, what time did I start today? 7:30? Oh, damn. I'm going to open the phone lines up here in a minute. As soon as I'm getting ready to conclude this, give you guys one more point in here that you guys have to have. Moderators, let me know. Have we got to 90? We're at 85. I need 5 more. 5 more likes. 5 more likes for us to continue the show, please. It costs you nothing to hit the like button. Absolutely nothing. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. Why does people love to hate and hate to love? It's a damn shame. I'll say this again for those in the back. People love to hate and hate to love. Like button is absolutely free. I don't look for dislike buttons. Okay, so somebody has asked me that before. I said, hey, well, you got dislikes, so that equals. I don't look for the dislikes. I'm looking for a like button. Okay, the like button. 87. Let's go. 3 more. We can make it happen. I believe in y'all. 3 more likes. Yeah, we definitely gonna hide. We're gonna hide the stupidity. Thank you, Phil, for getting that. 90, just Phil, we in there. All right, thank y'all once again. Thank y'all for getting me there. I appreciate that. I really do. I do. All right, so where I had left off at is that you saved up that money in your maintenance, right? 4 years of you doing that, being dedicated, because it's about being dedicated. All right, when you're a lease operator, dedication. All right, you complete it 4 years. Some carriers you go to, they might give you a lease bonus payout, but you've already created your own lease bonus payout, right? In your maintenance. Now you want to go out and buy your truck. You're headed to a dealership. Ubering. All right. Ubering to the dealership. You get there. Not only do you have $25,000, $30,000, $35,000, however much you got. Not only do you have a bag in your hand ready to do your thing, but now you also have seasoning on your LLC. You have 4 years of you being in business in trucking. That goes a long way with dealerships. A couple of criteria they want to see. Okay. Credit. If you don't have good credit, you need to come with a bag. Okay. You come with the bag. Also, they're checking to see how long you've been in business. Are you a risk? Are you a newbie? Because if you're a newbie and you're trying to get this truck, they're going to look at you like a risk. Financial institutions are going to look at you like you're a risk. But if you've been in it for 4 years, you got some ground in here. You got some skin in the game, as they would say. You got a foot in the staple. So not only are you coming with the bag, but you coming with seasoning on a business that you've had running an operation for 4 years. And then if you step in there and you got that credit score too, you might not even need to use your whole bag. You might only need to use half your bag. And here's the glory about it. Say you step in there, you got a good credit score, and they say, all right, give us 20,000, 15,000, and you got 25, 30,000. You haven't given all of your capital away to start up and become an owner operator, right? And step out there and be your own operator, own operator with your own truck. Right? Now you still got another $10,000 left behind that you can use as working capital. See how this shit working out? Because you believed and you trust the process for 4 years, you set yourself up in a nice situation. And you ain't need nobody help, right? Now the damn soul help. You did it on the muscle. All right. One last cost I forgot to add in here for y'all is payroll. Okay. Most of y'all are LLC. So y'all are going to be sole props, which basically means that your LLC is a pass through. You don't need a payroll service. And I talked about this the other day, unless you're on child support. Okay. But even if that's the case, if you're responsible enough to pull your money out and send it into child support each week, every month, however you have it set up, then no worries. All right. So you don't need a payroll service unless you are planning on being an S corp. And here's the deal. As a solo truck operation, there is no need for you to be an S corp. You can stay at LLC and file as an S corp status at the end of the year. Okay. But you don't need to structure over to being an S corp. The only time that you need to do that is when you have to put yourself on payroll because, one, you have multiple trucks, you have other drivers, and you have to be on payroll, right? Or two, you may have contractors that work for you and you have to be on payroll still because it's a business and you're making a significant amount of money that is coming into the company as profits or as revenue, and the S corp will give you a better tax rate or a tax break, shall I say, for you. Okay. That should be the only reason why that you should switch over to an S corp. Most of y'all are going to be a one truck operation. Y'all don't need to be that. You can be an LLC and just file as an S corp status at the end of the year. You don't need to transition over there unless you're going to have multiple units and you have multiple drivers. Then you need to switch over, restructure yourself to be an S corp because you have to be on payroll. All right. That's the whole purpose of being an S corp status is that, or not the purpose, but one of the requirements is that you have to be on physical payroll. You have to have a payroll service. And y'all don't need that because you're only paying yourself if you're a one truck operation, or maybe your significant other, in which both of y'all stay in the same house. No worries. All right. But the LLC is a pass through. So this means that it's going to be taxed at whatever the amount is that is made profit net to the business after deductions. Okay. So here it is. You create yourself a salary. Most of y'all are going to say that y'all want to pay yourselves. You want to make $1,000 a week, right? You'll pay yourself $1,000 a week. Now, I don't know if any of y'all know what $1,000 a week equates to, but we're going to show you. Okay. So you can understand. You're paying yourself $1,000 a week as a solo driver going 2,500 miles. You're paying yourself. So you're telling me you're paying yourself 40 cents a mile. 40 cents a mile is the bare minimum. Talked about this in the video. What day was that? Monday or something like that? About company driver pay. 40 cents is the bare minimum right now, today as it stands as for a driver. 40 cents, bare minimum. It said between 40 cents up to as high as 64 cents is what the going rate is for a driver. So you're paying yourself the bare minimum by giving yourself $1,000 a week. All right. I get it. Some of y'all feel like that's the way to go. Cool. I can dig it. So we're going to add this to the equation because that's what most of y'all are going to do. So we're going to put down here pay because it is important that if you are the driver of your company, it is important to pay yourself. I know that people have it where they say, I don't pay myself. My company makes all the money. It's not a good model. Not a good model at all. You have to pay yourself something. You're the driver. You work the company. You have to pay yourself something. Let's be realistic. Because when bills are due, what you don't want to be doing is going into the business account and paying and pulling from the business account to pay your personal bills. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. Okay. So now we have this figure that you're making $1,000 a week. Let's put this all together here. Let's put this puzzle together. Okay. Oh, I got another super chat came through. Let's get this. Mr. Big Coop sends me $20 super chat. Appreciate that. Says, keep on feeding this knowledge. Today was going to be a doozy. I knew I was going to come on here and preach today. Today is going to be a monumental video. That is a fact. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Today, everybody is going to learn how to do their numbers by the end of this. You should know exactly how to calculate your numbers and gain success and know exactly what you need to run your truck for per mile. Okay. All right. So I see that Mario says he pays himself 60 cents. And then Willis says he pays. So once again, you just plug in a number what you pay yourself. All right. But here's the catch. If you're paying yourself $1,000 a week and that $1,000 a week doesn't cover your bills, well, I'm here to tell you two things need to happen. You need to look in the mirror and realize, shit, I'm living above my means. Because what I'm paying myself is $1,000 and I still have to go into the business account profits and pull to pay my personal bills. That means that, one, either you're not paying yourself enough and the business is making more profit, or either two, you're living above your means. If you feel that $1,000 should cover all your stuff and it doesn't, then it's time for you to reflect and figure out what things outside of trucking that is in your personal life that you can't cover by making $1,000 a week, being $4,300 a month. If $4,300 a month isn't enough to cover all of my bills, then somewhere along the lines, I'm living above my means and I need to change. Something has to go. I have to drop something. All right. Or you can up your price here. And like Mario says, pay yourself 60 cents a mile. But then what you will see on the reverse end of that is that you're making all the money as the driver or employee of your own company. And then your company isn't making as much. You're making more of the money than your company is making, your LLC. But that could be subjective as well, because that will come down to basically what type of rate you're getting as far as on commodity that you're carrying. So let's add these numbers up though. All right. I'm going to start this all the way from the beginning. All right. Recapping it. So we said that the truck payment was $800 a week. That means that 32 cents a mile. We said the insurance is 7.5 cents per mile. Oh, why would you do that to me? I put the point there. I guess I put that it was, that's why I forgot to put the other zero. My bad. We said the ELD was 1 penny, and we really rounded that up. All right. Right now, we have truck payment, insurance, ELD. We're going to go to $22.90. People said $22.90, so we got that. Another penny. It was less than a penny. It was actually half a penny, but we rounded up to a penny. We said that your fuel was that you were spending $1,200 a week at 2,500 miles. We came up with 48 cents. All right. Add the 48 cents. Maintenance. We said that we have one of them nice, shiny new trucks. We don't need that much maintenance, or not as much as the older truck. So we're going to take 10 cents a mile. All right. So throw in 10 cents. And then we say to pay me, I want to make $1,000 a week. So I'm going to pay myself 40 cents a mile. There's my number right there that it costs for me to run my operation, people. And that's what it took for me to pay out myself. I cut myself a check. I covered my maintenance. I covered my fuel. Covered my $22.90. Covered my ELD. Covered my insurance, and I covered my truck payment. Now, this number could vary a little bit, right? Because we still got the fellas that, ladies and gentlemen, that want to include tolls. But that, once again, tolls are hit or miss. Not everybody has tolls. Not everybody does tolls. So that's hit or miss. All right. Escrows. Not everybody has an escrow. Escrow doesn't last all year. Right. And also when it comes to fuel varies because it can fluctuate due to fuel prices, due to fuel discounts that you get. But this is a rough number right here. So it would, for me to run my truck and start it up and go down the road, for me to hit break even, this meaning that my operation, my business, my LLC, my business doesn't make a penny, is $1.39.5 a mile. We can round this up and say $1.40. All right, $1.40. Now, for the guys that don't have truck payments, of course, you would take your 32 cents out of here, right? You'd take your 32 cents out, but keep in mind that you would up your maintenance. You know, my recommendation is 15 cents. So even as those guys who have no truck payment, if I was to remove the 32 cents a mile, this is the guys with no truck payment. 107.5, right? And this includes insurance. And insurance could fluctuate too, right? Because the guys who have no truck payments, maybe their truck is a little bit older. It ain't worth that much as a new truck is. So their insurance would be a little bit cheaper. Give or take, they could drop down below $1. Like the other gentleman here was saying, his is 40 something cents. I find that really, really hard to believe that it's 40 something cents. Not saying that it ain't, because I don't know your cost. Only one who knows their cost is yourself, right? Because you plug in your numbers. But if you have a cost of operation down to 30 something cent, 32 cent, 40 cent, you are super privileged, or you are not adding up your numbers correctly. But remember in the beginning of this, when I told y'all, a lot of y'all that are pressing 1 will come to find out your number ain't really that accurate as you thought it was. Right? So I'm going to add back in this truck payment. Right? So lease operators, with my what numbers I wrote down here, mine would be $1.39.5. Take it up to $1.40. Fuck it, round it off. So when I hear guys say, I need $2 a mile, I ain't starting my truck, I ain't running for less than $2 a mile. And this be coming from owner operators who own their trucks, right? I can't be profitable without making $2 a mile. It's not true. It's false. Those people, when you hear them spew that, they don't know their numbers. Immediately, red flag. You don't know your numbers, man. What makes you think that you need that? Tell me your numbers. Ask them, so what's your numbers? What you mean there, rookie, young boy? I know my numbers. You said that you couldn't start your truck for less than $2 a mile. So I'm trying to figure out, I got this lease payment over here that's $1 gajillion a year, per y'all. And, I'm with this mega carrier. Let y'all tell it that ain't shit. They pay low. They don't pay enough money. But after I did my numbers, I could run mine for $1.39 break even. And this is with me paying myself $1,000. That just means that my LLC didn't make any profit. So I'm not quite sure how you can sit there and say that you won't start your truck for $2 a mile. You can't be profitable for anything less than $2 a mile. I'm confused. Not when I'm paying Sky Daddy Jesus. Not when I'm with the mega carrier that carry the cheap freight. Is that right? But you the big owner operator who picks loads off the load board and all this. No way in the world you can mean that your cost of operation is higher than mine. Because I don't need $2 to start my truck. Actually, I'll be honest with you. If I got a load that was paying $2 a mile, would I be profitable? You fucking right. Because my break even is 139.5, 140. All right. If I made $2 a mile, my business makes 60.5 cents profit. What'd that look like? 60.5 cents times 2,500 miles. My LLC made $1,512.50 profit. And I paid out everything. If I pull that load at $2 a mile, doing the same 2,500 miles. See how that worked? Is that right? You wouldn't know this, though, if you didn't know your numbers. Because, no, everybody does not need $2 a mile. It's good to have $2 a mile, and it's great for us to keep these rates where they're at because we need them, okay? It's been a long time that they've been getting over on us, and they still getting over on us out here like a fat rat. But you know why the mega carriers don't pay like they, because they know exactly what it takes to run that truck. You got to remember something. These mega carriers have a bunch of computer fucking geeks that sit all day in front of a computer, run analytics, run numbers, run tests, they know all of this stuff. That's why they know where they can be profitable at and where they can't. Where other people say they can't be profitable at, a mega carrier come through and say, I beg to differ. No, carrier, I don't need to pull this for $3 a mile. I'll pull it for $2.50. And then guess what just happened? They just bumped the guy that sits there and says that he won't start his truck for $3 a mile for anything less than $3 a mile. They just came through and bumped him out. And why did they bump him out? He didn't know his numbers. He just was there for greed. They come in, get it for $2.50 a mile. They killing it. They're fucking killing it. But this is because they know their numbers. And this is where most fall short at and go out of business because they don't know their numbers. And then they be the first ones to come on social media and say that drivers are being treated unfair wages. And I'm all for getting more money. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me confused. Get as much as you can. But at the same time, will you go out of business if you don't get that certain number? No. Because we just ran numbers. You don't need $3 a mile in order for you to stay profitable. And if you do, my man, you got a lot of problems going on outside of trucking, whether that's where the expenses is causing that to be that, because you need to up your pay to pay yourself more. I don't know. Another super chat just came through from Ryan Simmons, $20, says, thanks for being you. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So now here's the question that somebody was asking me earlier about, do you include taxes on what you run, right? With your cost of operation? No. Because all of these things that I just mentioned right here are all going to be write-offs, right? So when you write it off at the end of the year and it says that you made $250,000 gross, after you bust down all your expenses that you didn't spend for the year, let's just say you spent $150,000, probably be a little bit more, but we're just going to use this as a number. $150,000. So now you made $100,000 net, right? IRS is going to come through. Want to know what your net number is. That's what we're going to tax you on. My net number is 100,000. So they're going to say, all right, my friend, your sole prop, 15.6% is owed to federal. So $15,600 is owed to federal. Okay. You might be in a state that has no state taxes. So this is what you owe to federal in taxes. Okay. If you're in a state that does have taxes, then you just find out what your state tax is. And that's what your state is going to tax you on for you to pay state taxes. Okay. Could be anywhere 2%, 3%, 6%, whatever. All right. So by you paying 15.6, let's just say you stayed in Florida. All right. You paid 15.6. You made 100,000 net. So they want $15,600 from you. You made $84,400 clear and free to the business. Right? The business made that. You still paid yourself, remember, $1,000 a week. So that's your money, $1,000. It's already been included in here because, you know, you write that you paid yourself. So you write that off. So the business made $84,400 free and clear. And you made your, you know, I've been writing on myself with this pen. You made your money by paying yourself $1,000. That's good money. That's good money, folk. And that's how you know your cost of operation. You do not need to add in a number for taxes because that's going to come out at the end of the year anyway. All right. You just keep up with your deductions, keep up itemized sheets, itemize all all the things that you spend out of pocket for, all your deductions, stuff like that. Plus, this is probably going to be a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, this is probably going to come down to, I don't know, just depends on what you, because you still got per diem that you're going to write off. All right. That's like another $17,000. So that's going to bring this number down even less. So say you stayed out 40 weeks, right? We say you're doing 40 weeks a year. So that means that you made $40,000 take home as far as for yourself as a business, right? I mean, as far as the driver employee for your business, you made $40,000. take home to the fam. All right. And your business made 84.4. It's good money. All right. All right. Let me get back to my, any questions on this part right here? Okay. Any questions on this part right here? I'm going to pull my camera back up on StreamYard. No, I don't want to remove myself. All right, there we go. Any questions y'all have for me, man? Like, I just gave y'all the step-by-step booklet for you to, this is what a successful entrepreneur looks like. And you too can be that. What I can't stand to see is people misguiding. People that don't know shit about running a business, has never ran a trucking business a day in their life, but spewing like they know what they're talking about when it comes to trucking. I can't stand that shit, man. Or people spewing numbers or talking about a situation and they don't even, they not good at it. Suspect as fuck. Hey, listen, I just gave y'all a whole lesson. If you drop your books, then you've lost your lesson. Everybody hurry up because class was in session. All right. All right, let me get this I want to kind of like keep this up in case somebody calls in and may want me to go over their truck numbers. And we can go over it together. You know what? I'm just going to stop sharing that right there. I closed my share screen. So let me get my copy the clipboard. All right, open the phone lines up. I got about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. All right, I'm putting it out there. If you would like for me to go over your numbers with you and we come up with what your cost of operation is, please feel free to hit the link. Okay. If you are in disagreement on anything that I just taught, any questions that you have about it, hit the link. Okay. Don't be afraid. Let me see if I can pin this up there. Oh, there it goes, pin. All right. Don't be afraid because this is a learning lesson. It's a learning course, learning class, learning channel. Like, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you any way that I can. Honestly, what I do is I like to try and build and breed entrepreneurs or those that have the entrepreneurial spirit to them, right? There's enough other things that people do, but that's not my calling. And I've come to figure this out. It took me a long time. It's kind of crazy because I've been doing leasing for so long. And I felt like leasing has been my calling for a long period of time, right? I say this all the time that I made leasing cool, right? Because prior to me doing leasing videos, people weren't leasing like that. And that's just a fact. All right. So I made leasing a thing to not be afraid of. So with that being said, I feel like it's only right that I continue to help y'all be successful in this. All right. I got a caller coming in. And hold on, let me get my branding together. Okay, there it is. All right, what's good with you, man?
What's up, Lo? First, I want to give you your flowers. You know, you and TB and a few others, y'all do good work, and I appreciate the information you give.
I appreciate that.
So my question, it comes from Mario's question. He was asking about the fuel. And my assumption was that since you included in your CPM that it's all written off, so you don't have to worry about deducting that $35,000 or $40,000 in fuel later on in the year. Is that right?
Well, you're still going to deduct your fuel. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your fuel bill is at the end of the year, you deduct that, right? So what we're saying,
Deducted from the profits of the business.
correct. So
Okay.
so for instance, wherever carrier you're at or whoever you're with, they're going to send you a 1099, right? And they're going to send you a 1099 with what they've paid you gross, right? They don't have it where they, unless you're at certain carriers that will deduct from your settlement, right? So then they deduct your fuel for you, they deduct your truck payment. So at the end of the year, they're going to have all of that stuff anyways itemized for you when they send you a 1099 for the most part. Okay, some carriers do, some carriers don't. If they send you a 1099 and they don't have that on there, then you just need to kind of like itemize it yourself, and you know what you spent out of pocket for.
Okay. Now my situation is a little bit different because I have my own authority. So would I just basically calculate my own fuel bill at the end of the year?
Correct.
Okay.
So you do your own IFTA and everything too.
Right.
Yep.
Now let me ask you: do you ever run into New Mexico?
Yes.
Okay. How do I go about paying that NM tap thing
You talking about
with them?
with New Mexico?
Yeah.
I think you can go on. Have you tried to go onto their DOT site?
Yeah, but I'm having trouble logging in.
Okay. How often do you travel through there?
I live in El Paso, so pretty often.
Okay. Have you? Well, I would say probably have you. You might want to try to take a trip up there to the closest New Mexico DOT. Then, if you're having trouble logging in there, and just walk into a New Mexico DOT, and then it's they should be able to take payment from there and get you set up. And
so would they already know how many miles I run through their state, or
with your IFTA,
do I have to calculate that myself?
Your IFTA.
Okay.
Because with IFTA, you got to calculate. You have to pay to each state how many miles you run through. So if your ELD is logging the miles, you can just take the mileage off your ELD that it says that you ran through New Mexico.
Okay. Now also with that, would it be useful if I used trucking office to calculate the IFTA versus my ELD?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to turn off the echo. Everybody was talking about the echo. It was crazy. I apologize about that, y'all, about the echo. Sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't hear myself either. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's good. You shouldn't be echoing no more. I had to turn the echo off.
No.
All right.
So my question again is, because I use trucking office, would it be useful to use trucking office, like the report from trucking office that it gives, and also or my ELD?
You can use trucking office. Some people do use trucking office as an option. There's another one that we just started using recently. I can't remember who it is.
Trucking Logic or something like that.
There you go. Which I understand that they're pretty good. So you can use them to keep up with it, or if not, you can use your Keep Trucking.
Okay. Yeah, because they sent me a notice in the mail saying I need to pay them before June 30th, and we already passed that. But I've been trying to log in and haven't been successful. You know what I mean? So, you know, I get it whenever I get it.
Yeah, if you ain't far from New Mexico, just make a trip up to the local New Mexico DOT, and then explain to them what you're trying to do, and you could probably pay right then and there. So then you get it out the way.
Okay, cool. I think that's all I got. But I appreciate you answering my questions.
No problem, man. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Thanks, brother.
All right, man. All right, next caller. Hold on. I got to get this together. I don't know. What is it doing? I don't know what's going on. Now I'm back to this little branding thing. That's why, because it's not my background. I apologize. Let me get my ish together. This ain't supposed to be here. Turn that out of here. Because I got to switch this to my background. Hold on. There you go. All right. Next caller is Official Willis. My man Willis, what's good?
It was going on. So,
good. What's up with you?
I had a question. So, I have a set number I have for my maintenance funds. So, even though the place I'm leasing my truck from, they already factored in the maintenance in with the truck payment. They put it all together. I also still have my own maintenance account that I take out of my check, every check that I do every week. So I was thinking, like, would about 40 to 50K be a good number for like to have as like a maintenance fund, like as a top end fund?
For how long? You talking about a year?
Oh, it's like as a because right now I set it to where I have it to where once I hit 40,000, then well not 40,000 but 50,000, then I'll stop putting money into my maintenance fund for myself. I know regardless of what I put in there, it's not the company I'm leasing from is gonna keep taking it out. I just want to know like is 50,000 like a good number to have for like uh a maintenance fund like to stop at?
Hell yeah, 50,000, bro. Are you kidding me? You can go and buy a truck with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to have enough to where like if the engine goes out in my truck, I can go ahead and just like throw another truck in. Cause I also I put it like I had it at 40,000, but then I also had to include like the labor and stuff like that it's gonna take to put the engine in. So I brought just like 50,000.
Is that how much you have in your in your maintenance right now?
Right now I got about 5,000. I've been doing this for about 3 months so far.
Okay. Well, keep going.
Just keep raising it up or like 50,000 good number.
No, keep going. Like keep going until you get to the number like you said there. Like
Oh,
me personally, I would like to see if you could put $10,000 each year into your maintenance escrow. Then that means that you're doing good. So if after 4 years, you should have like 40,000 in your maintenance escrow if you haven't had any breakdowns or had to repair anything if you have a warranty, but more than likely you're going to have to replace something. Tires are going to need to be replaced. Warranty doesn't cover wear and tear items. So if a belt breaks, you know what I'm saying, or if a hose pops, you're going to have to come out of pocket for that kind of stuff. So I would, it's to be honest with you, in my opinion, it's never enough money to have in your maintenance because these are machines, right? Or they're man-made mechanical machines. They're going to break.
all right. Yeah, I'll keep doing that then. I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't stop. Keep putting money in that. Don't like set it at 10 cents a mile or 15 cents a mile or whatever your carrier has it set at, and just let it keep going. Don't tell them,
I was
oh,
doing
stop.
20 cents for myself.
Okay. So you set it at 20 cents?
Yeah.
Okay. And you put more than enough. So yeah, I think that you're doing good. Keep doing that, bro. You in 2 years you'll have plenty of money in there. And then here's the thing, you can borrow against it if you like, like an insurance. You can borrow against your own money.
To borrow against it.
Yeah, borrow against it. Borrow against your own money. So like if you want to use money to go take a trip, then you be disciplined enough to borrow against it, but put it back.
Okay. I'm taking you to Bora Bora then.
Well, that's for another topic, another day where we're going to talk about borrowing against money, putting stuff in stock, putting stuff in crypto, index funds and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that in another podcast show.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem, man. I appreciate you calling. And I got one more caller.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you, Willis. All right. My next caller is Instagram, my man. Instagram.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Good, clear.
Yeah, you good.
All right, man. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, man. I just wanted to let you know that before I started this trucking thing, I went on YouTube and I said, man, something just made me say which company would be the best one to start with. So I started looking. This was back when I was still on the apps and stuff. Before I called, and I stumbled upon your video. You were still leasing with Prime at the time. You had the low boy. You ain't had a beard yet. This was way back. And
Yeah, fresh.
your video, yeah, your video is what led me to Prime. And I must say, man, that was the best decision I did, because even though I'm not with them no more, shout out to them. I was able to get my 2 years because you suggested instead of doing the 1 year, do the 2. And I didn't know until I got to these other companies, everybody was asking for 2. And when you got that 2 years, it go from you walking in there and just taking what they accepted to you saying like, nah, this is what I want. This is what I need per mile. Back when I was
Okay.
per mile,
Yeah.
So now I'm with the company that pays 85% of the loads. They take 15, but I'm paying. They're renting from like a rider, so I'm paying rental, reefer, rental, trailer, all type of stuff. So my overhead is at least like 3,500 to 4,000 a week automatically out the check.
Wait, what?
Now I also learned, yeah, but this is why I didn't know about the hot boy thing. See, when I was with Prime, they had us governed at like 62, I think, or 65, right?
Right.
This company, you could do 69, 70, blah, blah, blah. Now I know why Prime does that, because I've been 69 in pause all up and down the highways, and now I'm understanding, whether or not I fuel in Virginia or Georgia, the low tax fuel states, I'm still running up like 15, 18, 2 bands in fuel a week. You know what I'm saying? So that information that you gave on fuel and the speed was very helpful too. But like I said, man, I pretty much realized what I got to do. I got to put in that work. I just wanted to shout you out because like I said, I was there when you was leasing, to when you was going with TB, to when you said you was gonna start your fleet, and it just makes me smile and kind of tear up just to see, because I was there in that stage watching you, and to see where you at now, man. I salute you, because these companies is not giving us this game, and I'm from an environment where nobody gives you the game. It's a lot of
Right.
stuff we had to learn on our own. So yeah, people need to put respect on your name, man, because you're doing things that nobody doing out here. And it's because of these videos why my first 2 years and beyond went as smooth as they did. So thank you, man. Nothing you did is in vain. I'm right now, I'm on the next level as far as the owner op thing goes, and I will get my truck soon. And you set the bar so high, it's like you make somebody want to jump in. Let me try the fleet, because the numbers is. I know you a guy that know what you're talking about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I seen you, I watched you, and I'm gonna get back on that better. Don't think I forgot neither.
Okay.
The sports thing, but
Yeah.
salute to you, man. Thank you so much, bro. I'm glad I had the chance to give you your flowers while. So
Still
thank you,
smelling.
man. Thank you, bro.
Hey, I appreciate
That's
that.
all.
You the one who sent me that $100 super chat, man. Much respect on that.
A little like,
Hey,
I'm in a different tax bracket now, so ain't nothing.
hey,
I'm
that's
having fun,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome, man. And I'm like I was saying that I truly do appreciate subscribers like yourself who appreciates the information that I give out, and it has created a
For
better
sure.
path to you in life.
For sure, man. I gotta pay homage, bro. For real. But salute, man. Keep doing your thing. I'll be tuned in, and I'll keep you
All right,
posted.
Jalen. All right, I
All right.
appreciate it. Keep me posted for real. All right. Shout outs to Jalen. In case y'all walked in late, Jalen gave me I think he sent me a total of like $106 super chat altogether. He sent me a $99.99 super chat, which was extremely dope. He also sent me another super chat for $5. So anytime somebody like that supports what I have going on, and I have made or have given them something to smile about in life, something to change their way of viewing life that puts them in a better situation in life, like that shit is that's what I love. That's what I need. That's the energy that keeps me, like I said earlier, that keeps me teaching, right? It keeps me teaching. What keeps me building to where I'm at right now is the people who hate on me and say that I can't make it happen, or that the naysayers. Those are the ones where I keep on going, and then they're gonna look up in 5-6 years from now, Loshawn has 100 truck fleet, and they still gonna be somewhere talking shit, being mad, upset, but I'm still growing. All right. But the individuals like Jalen are the ones why I continue to teach, because there are people out there that are sincere and truly want to be entrepreneurs and truly sit there, jot down the information, follow it, utilize the blueprint, and make something of it and become successful. That's what I do this for. All right. So those type of subscribers mean a lot to me. And the ones that don't mean too much to me are the ones that, they that don't really, interact, or the ones that don't really show appreciation. Straight up. So it's just how I feel about it. Individuals like him, I could chat with all day long and never have a problem. I got one last caller. Oh, he left out. I was gonna say you got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. But Zach C sent me a super chat. Let me bring this up here. He says, should a person buy a truck first or a house? Do you have a family? I would say if you have a family, I would buy the house first. Because you can go and buy the house and you can go and be a lease operator and don't have to buy a truck, right? Or you could buy the house and go be a company driver and save up enough to buy a truck. If you buy the truck, could you buy a house? Yeah, but if you have a family, then what is your truck? Is your family living in your truck? Right. So my humble opinion would be to buy the house, and you can go and do something else, like as far as lease a truck or be a company driver for a year and go buy a truck. That'd be my opinion. Thanks for the super chat, though. I got another super chat from my man Official Willis, $4.99. He says, been watching the channel since high school. Big ups to my man Official Willis too, because Official Willis calls in on my channel every single show to gain information, to ask a question, to elaborate on the conversation piece. So another person that I truly do, and that I'm truly thankful for to have as a subscriber, because these young brothers are the ones that are going to be the ones that take over, the industry that we need to push forth, because the older generation is getting out of it. So these young fellas are the ones that are next in line. And we need to make sure that with them being next in line, they're going to carry the torch. And not only that, but they're going to be successful in carrying forth with the torch. So I rocks with them. Rocks with the young kids. Young cats, young men. Salute. Low rock with y'all, man. Y'all get a point for that. Y'all definitely, let me turn my joint back up. I don't know if y'all heard it. Y'all definitely get a point for that. I don't know where it went. Come on back. There y'all go. Y'all get a point for that, for my young boys. Let me see. Any final questions y'all have? I would like to say that tonight's show, if you didn't learn something tonight, it's because you're closed-minded. If you didn't learn something tonight, that means that your entrepreneurial skill level still needs tweaking, still needs work. The formula that I gave out, everybody can use. Owner-operators, lease operators, everybody can utilize it to know their numbers. And it's just a shame, because my belief is that 90% of lease operators, owner-operators out here do not know their numbers at all. And with this simple formula that we did today, by going over it, and even if it comes down to you plugging in some additional things to find out what your operation cost is, it's valuable information for you to take forward and to gain success. All right. Last super chat I got right here before we get ready to skedaddle. Mr. Brown says, question, as a single member S Corp, can I still do distributions to myself or only use ADP to pay myself, or can I do both? Well, as a single member S Corp, I don't know why you would want to do distributions to yourself unless you have a holding company. If you don't have a holding company, what I mean by that, like, if you don't have a holding company, so say for instance, I have a holding company, Parks Motor Group Inc., and then I have other companies that are owned or held by Parks Motor Group Inc., which is PMG Logistics LLC. All right. then I'll have another one that's going to be PMG Leasing LLC. So other than that, I don't know why you would want to give distributions to yourself if you don't have a holding company. Just my opinion on that one. I appreciate the super chat though. Thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, we are old, Mario. Super old. Our last question. Are we hiring? We are currently at the time not hiring. I don't have any open trucks. But if we were hiring, or if you are interested in working for Parks Motor Group, here is our information. And I want to take this off as a ticker. So let me edit this and save. Here is our information. Oops, which one is it? There it is. Send us an email, info@driveforpmg.com, or give us a call, 1-833-525-4764. We would love to speak with you if you do have experience, team, solo. We do hire lease operators when we have trucks available, and we also hire cent per mile drivers when we have trucks available. But it's never too late or never too soon to send us an email with your inquiry, and when we do have an opening, then we would definitely reach back out to you. Okay, so that's how you reach us. You can also follow me on Instagram at Loshawn Parks. Yeah, my Instagram. I'm about to get my Instagram back popping. I've been saying this for weeks, but that's my Instagram, where you can find me at on Instagram. Also, you can find me on Facebook, Loshawn Parks. Yeah, and if you don't like doing super chat, this is how you donate to the channel to show support as well. Different ways that you can show support. You can show support via being a channel member, Cash App, or through super chat. And if you want to do Cash App because you want Lo to have more of the money than YouTube and all that, $ Loshawn Parks is my Cash App. All right. And you guys won't let me leave. Another super chat came in, $5. I try to show love to my super chats. Does owner operators pay less taxes after all expenses deductions? No. They pay about the same thing that a lease operator does. They both have write-offs. So whatever you spent out as a lease operator, you're going to get the write-off. Whatever you spent out as far as an owner operator towards the business, you'll get the write-off as well. So they both share the same thing when it comes to that, as far as the write-offs. Okay. Thank you so much for that. All right. Thank you so much for all the super chats, man. For the super chats, for everybody that participated today, I appreciate that. You guys got some great information, man. Y'all have a great freaking weekend. It is the fight weekend. I don't know if y'all know, but it's round 3 with McGregor and forgot his name already, y'all. It starts with a P. I know that. Fight 3. I actually think that what his name, Ponier, whatever his name is. I might be saying it incorrectly. I think that this one should be a lot better than Fight 2. I did order Fight 2. Fight 2 was disappointing as hell. McGregor just looked terrible. He was gassed. He was aired. But I think that this one will be better. Poirier, yes. So McGregor versus Poirier is tomorrow night. Can't wait for that. I do see where Milwaukee is down in the series. I should say Phoenix is up in the series 2-0 on Milwaukee. People are saying that it's going to be a 4-0 sweep. I don't think so. I think Milwaukee is probably going to at least pick up one game in Milwaukee. It would be nice if they pick up 2, make this thing go to 7. But I do see probably maybe Phoenix 4-1, maybe 4-2, somewhere around there like that. Yes, I am too, Just Trucking. What's up, Justin, man? I ain't see you in here, man. What's up, man? Big ups, man. Big ups. I'll have to link up with you here sometime too, because we both down here in the Carolinas, so I definitely got to link up with you during football season, Clemson, all that good stuff. LSU, you know how it goes. Football season is right around the corner, probably less than 7 weeks away. Can't wait for it. If you're a football fan or a football head, great times. I offer and I'm running over my time. I apologize. If you are interested in sports betting, I do offer a sports betting website where I give out the plays that I'm going to play. This year, what I am going to do is for the people who sign up for my membership on it, it will only be $100 a week. All right. Last year, we had it started where it was $100 a week. We went up to like to $200, and then it went up $250, and then it got as high as like $7. But this year, I'm going to leave it where it's just $100 across the board each week, and you receive the plays that I bet on myself. Last year in football, we absolutely crushed it. I don't know if some of y'all remember the testimonies that I did. If not, go check me out on Instagram once again, Loshawn Parks. Well, we absolutely crushed it in football. There were some guys that I had that left testimonies that started with a $500 bankroll, and they ran it all the way up to $10,000 within like 3-4 weeks. All right. When it comes to football, I am the truth. When it comes to sports betting on these football games, I have a system, a software in place that just when it puts the games out, it's money. All right. I will be opening that back up, probably getting geared up around the 3rd week in August. So if you want to sign up for that, let me know. Okay. Or don't go. I will give y'all this website. Just stay locked for the podcast, future podcasts. I'll talk about it in depth more. But I will tell you on my website right now. I don't want y'all to go sign up right now because I'm not really doing baseball. Okay. But other than that, football is the shiznai. I can't wait for football. Can't wait for it, man. With that being said, man, y'all have a safe weekend, man. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, like be unsafe. And as always, winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. And we winning all day right here, Trucking with Loshawn Parks. Just Trucking. You have a good weekend, man. Keep putting out that content. If you haven't subscribed to Just Trucking's channel, y'all see him right there in the chat. If not, and you listening to this as like it's a video podcast, Just Trucking, exactly how it sounds. JUSTTRUCKIN. Go give him a subscribe, and I promise you, one thing's for sure, that you will love his videos. His videos are very entertaining. They're great. All right. Low certified that he's a good channel for you to go subscribe to. I promise you. All right. Me and him going to do some collaborations on each other's channel here in the future. Be on the lookout for that because those are probably going to be a blast. Like they're probably going to be hilarious. They're going to be fun as shit. I just can't wait, man. I can't wait. But till Monday, I catch y'all on Monday. Topic for Monday will be out on Sunday. Look for it on my community tab. Look for it on Instagram. Look for it on Facebook. I will drop a picture of what we will be talking about on Monday. Haven't figured it out yet. Don't know, but it will be interesting. All right. We may talk about LLCs, S Corps, C Corps, and how you should, deviate through them. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just be on the lookout for it. Oh my God, before I leave, for that $9.99 super chat from my man Just Trucking, man. He says that he appreciates it. Look, Just Trucking don't need no introduction to shit, right? I want to say he's on his way to being at 90,000 subscribers. Great content, puts content out every day. He don't need no introduction. Just go over to his channel, and I promise you that you'll subscribe and you'll like it. It's that official, right? I don't need to give him no more introduction. Just go watch his channel, and I promise you'll subscribe. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Like Charles Barkley say, man. Y'all have a safe weekend, man. I am gone.
Thank you for listening to the Trucking with Loshawn Parks podcast show. Be sure to like, share, and hit that subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on IG at Loshawn Parks and Facebook, Loshawn Parks. Until next episode, keep it trucking.